about the NES Mini. I know a big question a lot of people have had, and a lot of outlets have already kind of answered this question, but I'd love your take on it too. Is there's no input lag, right?
I don't believe so. I wasn't checking specifically for that, so I don't know if I just wasn't astute enough to notice. I was mostly sort of looking at the user interface and the physical unit and just playing around and seeing how it felt in general. And I love the user experience. I think that the save states and the menu, it's all fantastic. The filters looked great, but I don't think I kept a good enough eye out for whether it was frame perfect.
Sure.
Compared to all those things that I was looking for. So I think it's fine, but I can't really say that with much certainty.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big deal for a lot of NES games, because a lot of NES games require those, like, really accurate twitch reflexes, so I feel like if it was really a problem, you probably would have noticed it.
Right, and I was playing Mega Man 2, so, like, if it was a horrible problem, I definitely would have
okay, that's good.
not enjoyed it.
That's encouraging.
Yeah.
And I guess the other question I have is the feel of the NES buttons and the amount of give that they have is a pretty important part of the sort of feel of the whole system, or the authentic NES experience. So would you say they did a good job of reproducing that? Because I know they make controllers very differently now than they used to 30 years ago.
Right, no, it was similar enough that I don't know, I haven't touched an authentic NES controller in maybe a year. It was similar enough that for that frame of reference, I noticed nothing at all.
Yeah,
so
it's too bad we don't have the same recording space, because I totally have one like 20 feet from me.
Yeah, I know. Oh well. But yeah, no, it was pretty good. So neither of those are concerns of mine, and I don't think anyone listening, if you don't already have those concerns, you probably won't have them by the time you go in and start playing. You probably won't notice if there's something wrong there.
Awesome.
Unless you're already sort of thinking about it preemptively.
Okay, good. Because that's always been a deficiency, I think, with Nintendo's NES emulation in particular, is just between there being a little bit of input lag compared to older systems and the controllers never quite feeling the same. It's always been hard to really feel like I'm playing an NES game and not an emulated NES game. Yeah. And so I'm really like banking on this being the new authentic version.
Yeah.
Hello everybody, thank you for listening to this Nintendo Week clip, NWC. If you like what you hear, please subscribe to us here on YouTube for more highlights and discussion videos from Nintendo Week podcast, or subscribe to us on iTunes for weekly breakdowns of all your Nintendo news, discussion segments on subjects, games, and more, and tons of other features. Thanks for listening, and we will see you tomorrow with another NWC.